Welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Doors. Today we are talking about what to consider when you're checking out neighborhoods when you're home shopping. So y'all stay tuned. So Michelle, when it comes to looking at a home, obviously...
I'm laughing because I can just think of all of these stories of bad neighbors I've had through the years.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. What are some key things to look at to make sure you're not moving yourself and your family into a neighborhood or next to a neighbor that that you're not going to enjoy being next to? Because we really want to talk about quality of life whenever it comes to shopping for that neighborhood and where you want to be, because this is where you're going to live. Yeah,
it's like location, but I think it's really important to check out a neighborhood at different times of the day.
Yes.
As an example, I had a neighbor in a home that I've owned in the past, and during the day, there's nobody parking in the street. And this was one of those neighborhoods where people didn't traditionally park their cars in the street. Like, people would use their garages to park. I know to some people it doesn't matter. To me, it bothers me if someone is parking over my driveway where I can't get into my driveway because too many cars in front of their house. Right? And this particular neighbor had even so many teenage drivers that they couldn't park in the driveway. They would park in their yard sometimes. And that's a problem for me. Yeah. But not only that is the lawn care, just the lack of maintenance of the home, things that you just really aren't looking at when you're looking at the house itself. Right. I think it's really important that you look around that house and look and see, is this really where I want to live? And do I really want to share a driveway or a yard or a fence with the people around that house? Yeah. Do I sound bougie?
A little bit. No, I'm just kidding. I think that's important to look at a property at different times of the day because, like you said, if you're looking in the middle of the day whenever
nobody's home,
when nobody's home and all of their kids that are grown adults but still live at the house and still party at the house, you just don't get a feel for that. Maybe even different times of the week too. Like, what's it like on Friday nights versus Monday mornings versus Tuesday afternoons? You might want to have a good feel for that. And that's not necessarily that you have to go back and look at the home with your realtor 3 times, but maybe do a drive-by at a couple different times and get a really good feel for that. Because, what we were talking about earlier, like a bad neighbor can really ruin your quality of life. I mean, it's you love the home that you're in, and that's like your peace. And where
you don't want to even go outside in your own backyard. Yeah. Because, you've got a neighbor next to you that believes in having a live band every weekend. Yeah. Party.
That sounds fun to me, but I don't know. Some people may not like that, I guess.
I wouldn't like that.
Well, you don't sound very fun. What are some other things to look out for when it comes to just
neighborhoods in general?
Neighborhoods or just home shopping and quality of life. What are some other things that you think about?
This, again, I'm going to sound bougie, okay?
Okay. Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. So I like sunsets. Mm-hmm. And I was in this fabulous home that had a beautiful sunset. And we ended up buying a different home. I mean, I'm kind of addicted to homes, and I've bought a lot and moved a lot. And I actually enjoy moving. Isn't that weird? Yeah. I like boxing up my stuff and unboxing and redecorating and stuff. But that mattered to me. I mean, that was really important to us. At the end of a long day, my husband and I would go sit together and watch the sunset. Yeah. And we moved into this house, and I never even thought about where's the sunrise and sunset. Yeah. I mean, you can't reorient the house, but some of those little things like that, where do you enjoy your cup of coffee, or where do you enjoy your glass of wine at the end of the day? How are you going to live in the house? Right. Yeah. And pay attention to those things.
Yeah, those are all good things to think about.
You can add an outdoor kitchen or a swimming pool or whatever it is that makes you happy in your backyard, but you can't move where the sun is.
Yeah, that's true.
You hadn't thought about that.
I hadn't thought about that. No, I haven't.
You'll be bougie on your next house, aren't you?
Yeah, that's going to be a while. Is there anything else that you think about whenever you're home shopping, like that directly affects your quality of life?
Yes, okay, I'm gonna say something else that's bougie.
Okay. Well,
I think about, and maybe not bougie, just particular things that I think about now that I wouldn't have thought about before. And as silly as this is, I think I don't like people having to use my bathroom when they come to my house to visit.
yeah,
So I look for half baths now whenever I'm looking at a home, or how could I add a half bath?
that's a good point. Yeah. If you're somebody that likes to entertain, or have family and guests over, whatever it is, if you have little kids, you don't want them going to that bathroom because that's always a mess.
Absolutely.
And you don't want
Based on mirrors.
yeah, you don't want them going to your bathroom necessarily, but that is an interesting
Well,
thought.
I mean, typically you have to go through someone's bedroom if you're going to use your bedroom.
Yeah.
Your bathroom, and yeah, the kids' bathroom for sure. You got soft loads.
Yeah. For me, one thing I think about, and there's different, obviously, anybody watching this is going to have a different opinion on what is their quality of life. But whenever you're thinking about the neighborhood you want to be in, and like if you're out in I was going to put a sign in one of my listings yesterday evening in Trinity Falls and McKinney. And as we were driving up to put the sign in, I couldn't help but notice how many just active people were out walking the trails. I think that's really cool to just see, like, I think that's part of being a community and getting to see those people that are
Live in the neighborhood.
people that enjoy the space that they live in. And Trinity Falls is just a great example because they have so many amenities down there, and there's neighborhoods like that here in Sherman too. But I just thought that was really cool. It's like all these people of all different ages. There's kids playing, there's older couples that are staying active, there's younger people that are playing soccer and basketball, all this stuff.
Pride taken in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Or active in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and so that's one thing that I really I think is really cool to see. And I don't know. It's some people maybe the opposite. They might want to pull into their neighborhood and be like, I don't want to see or hear anybody. Yeah. I just want to get to my house, sit on my back porch, and be a grump. No, I'm just kidding. But
take care of your yard. Don't park in the front of your yard.
Yeah.
No parties next door.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that you were a grump, by the way.
That's okay.
Yeah, as long as you have your sunshine, you're good.
Yeah. No, a sunset.
Sunset, okay,
Yeah. But, some of the other things that I think are important too is a porch. I mean, a porch is important to us. I'm always looking at front porch or back porch.
Right.
Where can I sit outside in a, in covered space?
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't have that, is that something that could be added on?
Yeah.
Again, it's quality of life. How are you going to live in the house? So rather than just look at the bedroom count and, the floor plan, like really picture yourself living there, and it doesn't have all that you need for that quality of life that you're looking for.
Yeah. One thing that's funny is, and I learned this pretty early on in my real estate career, is I have my own opinions of what I like in a home, in a neighborhood, all that. And every other buyer that I work with has a different opinion. I have learned to not share my opinions and sway their thoughts on something because oftentimes it is different. And I've had many times where I've said, oh, well, I love how XYZ is done this way. And they're like, we actually hate that. And I'm like, yeah, me too. Yeah. So I just thought that was funny to share. But anyways, when you're looking for a home, there's more to just the lot that it sits on and the rooms that are there. You also want to think about other things like the neighborhood. So if you're in that space and you need a mortgage, give Michelle a call. If you're thinking about buying, we'd love to help you with that home search. Thanks for checking out this week's episode of Unlocking Doors. We will see you on the next one.